Hey guys, sorry for the corny title of this video, but it's a very important video. It's going to be short, but still very, very crucial nonetheless. I want to discuss the concept of losing trades and the awful moments when you lose money. Okay, I have a friend who he got into trading recently. He had a lot of money lying around and he was looking for investments, and I told him about day trading and he got into it. And so he's been very successful, but when he loses money because he breaks the rules or doesn't follow my exact teachings, he's somehow always optimistic about it, and he always tells me, it was just an expensive lesson. He talks about how he spent like thousands of dollars going to school, so he just calls it an expensive lesson. So I just wanted to kind of make a video based off of that mindset. I think it's definitely an important one. You guys have to remember that if you guys end up losing money on a trade or make a bad trade, one thing is definitely remember to set your stop losses and don't get off track. Stick with them. The second you think, this is a quote from a penny stocking conference from I think LX21 or Nathan Michaud. The second you are rationalizing your trade and the trade isn't going the way that you planned, you need to get out because it's a losing trade. You're just rationalizing. You shouldn't be in this trade in the first place. You need to minimize your losses and get out of the trade. So, however, afterwards, you should notice that the reason you lost money is because you didn't follow one of the rules. And that's the most important lesson, and that's how you're going to become a successful trader. My goal is I try to teach you all the rules and all the potential mistakes beforehand through my videos so that you don't have to engage in the amount of trading that I did and make all the mistakes and the money losses that some people have made, that I've made, and you can just, you know, utilize my winning strategies and not have to lose money. But if it does happen, you have to reflect back on your trade and think about why did I lose money on that trade and what should I do different. And you'll realize, I think 99% of the time, um, whenever I lose money, and I lose it too, of course, I'm not invincible. My trading strategies work about 80% of the time or 90% of the time, but more but when you lose money, and the most important rule is to cut your losses quick, because the most important thing is staying in the game, and the game is the penny stock market, and the way you stay in it is by having money to trade with. So if you lose your account, you're out of the game and you're done. So you need to make sure, take that loss, suck it up, move on, think forward. But the most important thing is reflect back onto you didn't why that was a losing trade. And I can bet you 9 times out of 10 that the reason you lost money on that is because you broke a rule and you entered a trading setup that was not ideal and that wasn't good to go with in the beginning. So, very recently, I think just a few days ago, I broke one of my rules, okay? And I broke the green to red rule, okay? And that was just because I wasn't diligent. I wasn't meticulous, You need to always check a lot of things, and I didn't check that the stock was a runner for a while and then had a red day. I didn't look at the green to red momentum. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that video right now. It's very important to keep your eyes on all these little chart patterns and technical analysis, because if you miss something, you're gonna lose money and you're gonna enter a losing trade. So, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you lose the money, don't lose the lesson. Okay, make sure that you learn something out of it and that you don't repeat. I think it's Warren Buffett, sorry, has a quote like, "Successful people are those who learn from other people's mistakes." It's a basic quote. I'm sure your parents have told you that. Teachers say it all the time, but it's true. Okay, you know that's why I give you warnings. My morning volatility warning, my green to red warning, so that you understand and that you don't have to put your own money at risk and lose money before you understand that what happened or why it happened. So I hope this helps. I hope it's just a reminder to keep you guys grounded. Um, and keep it on your mind that if you lose a trade, reflect back and think about what you could have done differently, and I bet you'll then have you'll have one of your rules refreshed. And that's why it's very important to keep up with this, and keep up with these reminders. That's why I try to make these daily videos and weekly videos where I go over these things again and again, through different stock patterns and how to research stocks, so that you can keep these things in your mind and only end up becoming a profitable trader.